YouTube on IWER TV. In the headlines, tutor tells teachers to take a day to rest and reflect on September 5th, the opening day of school. Union leader Ansel Roger threatens legal action against the Prime Minister. Ice cream vendor robbed in Moruga, and internationally pubs across the UK face closure. The nation has told teachers to take a day of rest and reflect on the first day of the new school term. Tutor has also asked teachers to wear red on Thursday and Friday ahead of the September 5th school reopening in protest of salary negotiations. The directive comes as the union has rejected an offer of an 8% salary increase. Meanwhile, Education Minister Dr. Nayan Gasbidoli says she is confident that teachers will act in the best interest of their students when the new school year begins next week. She believes that teachers will do what is best for children, as is always the case, and will not go along with tutors' agenda. Students, meantime, will not be required to wear face masks when they return to school next week. A total of $45 million has been budgeted for school repairs, but the ministry did not give a guarantee that all schools will be ready come next Monday. In other news, President General of the Oilfield Workers Trade Union, Ansel Roger, is threatening legal action against Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley. Roger calls the Prime Minister's statements accusing the union and other leaders of aiding metal thieves in disrupting the country as slanderous and defamatory. Speaking at an emergency press conference hours after Dr. Rowley posted on his Facebook, Roger denied the accusation. The union said an attorney is currently reviewing the statements, and within the next 24 to 48 hours, legal action is going to be taken. The Amalgamated Workers Union has accepted the government's 4% salary increase. The union signed off yesterday on collective agreements for the periods 2014 to 2016 and 2017 to 2019. Several other unions, including the Prisons Officers Association and the Fire Services Association, have to date expressed their dissatisfaction over the offer and have refused to accept it, noting that they will continue to fight as the cost of living continues to increase. Meanwhile, President of the Amalgamated Union Workers, Michael Prentice, defended his union's decision to accept the 4% wage increase and stated that it was not a sellout. Prentice added that part of the negotiations included a new job evaluation exercise for workers of the union, the alignment of rates of premiums and allowances enjoyed by other daily rated workers, an increase in the rate of cost of living allowance, the provision of technical and vocational training, and a one-time buyout for retirees in 2014 and 2015 at $4,000 per retiree. The government's 4% wage offer has not sat well with other unions and associations representing public sector workers. They have all rejected the offer, which was increased from the original 2% offer to 4%. In more news, a 60-year-old ice cream vendor was robbed at gunpoint in Moruga over the weekend. The victim told police he was selling ice cream in the vicinity of 5th Company Branch Road in Moruga at 3:20 p.m. on Saturday when he was stopped by two men who asked for 2 ice cream cones. However, when the driver attempted to get the ice cream cones, one of the men pulled out a firearm and announced a holdup. They then stole an estimated $4,000 and fled the scene on foot. Internationally, pubs across the UK will be forced to close and workers out of jobs due to energy costs soaring by as much as 300%. Leaders of 6 of the country's largest breweries have called for immediate government intervention on sky-high energy bills this winter. The landlord of one pub in Essex told the BBC that his energy costs had risen from about £13,000 a year to £35,000 a year. Pub owners said the energy crisis would cause real and serious irreversible damage to the industry without support. In an open letter to the government, 6 pub and brewery groups called for urgent intervention, including a support package and a cap on the price of energy for businesses. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street 919 FM and online, Facebook and YouTube on IWER TV. Recapping the headlines, tutor tells teachers to take a day to rest and reflect on September 5th, the opening day of school. Union leader Ansel Roger threatens legal action against the Prime Minister. Ice cream vendor robbed in Moruga, and internationally pubs across the UK face closure with rising energy bills. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. The Queen of Talk, she's up next.
News from the street. 919fm.com.
Tune into the street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinau Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in."
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
The prohibition on these will continue until
good about I'm looking like it real bad.
know that
Are you ready for that boat experience again?